answered for me, is does Supercell actually send them a golden ticket? Do they get one to put on their wall, or is the golden ticket just metaphorical? Is it just theoretical? Because honestly, I hope they print out real golden tickets, frame them, and send them. And of course, I hope they send all the golden tickets that Mo gets to him so that he can decorate that background.
I love that. I love that idea. I'd love to get a golden ticket. I mean, if you ever watched the old school Willy Wonka, you know, that was a thing that you looked at as a kid. You're like, man, that golden ticket, it's so shiny. It looks like it's made out of real gold. I think Supercell could probably come up with something cool there. Just like Viper came up with a really great defense with the bar barrel coming down from Aslan in front of the cannon cart. Viper goes and gets a great positive trade with just a fire spirit to clean all those things up. And now Aslan, top of your screen, looking like he maybe could be running Golem.
It's certainly possible here, and Golden Knight leaning that direction more. Cannon card, I feel like, has more of a Golem card than an E-Giant card, but we'll, of course, see as we get past these 90 seconds which direction he's going in. Viper does have the faster cycle, and Mega Minion also makes it feel more like Golem.
Yeah, and Viper having the faster cycle and also having a lot of great single target DPS in that Archer Queen and in the guards. But as this game moves forward, it'll be really interesting to see how Aslan can punish with his really, really heavy deck.
Well, Viper on his side does have the Archer Queen, and Aslan does have the Lightning, which is going to make some of those DPS-based defenses more and more difficult. So the big question is, I mean, there goes the big pile of rocks in that top left-hand corner. And Mortar played opposite lane immediately, so Viper relying on the cycle here to get back and play the defense he needs.
Man, how many times have we seen Viper play Mortar? I feel like this is not a common win condition for him, but obviously still one of the strongest in the game. And I already on that left-hand side as he gets this next Mortar down. That's right in cannon cart range.
And the log didn't hit the Golden Knight, so that Golden Knight you're seeing probably should have been taken out by that giant skeleton bomb. Instead, not at all, because the Golden Knight was in dash when the log came through. So this stack here at the bridge, it's going to get some significant damage. It's not going to take the game over completely, but you see how low Viper is on Elixir. Does get that next giant skeleton down. And what a cheeky NATO. Woo, boy. Aslan came to play today.
Yeah, and you know, again, you know, at the beginning of this game, I just said, how many times have we seen Viper play Mortar? And I really don't like that there
for Viper overall. And we go into game number 2 with the match point advantage for Aslan.
Yeah, Aslan has played some great stuff today. Viper cycling Earthquake early on here. Mortar comes down as soon as the EQ goes off the board, and a Valkyrie the opposite lane. So Viper looking like he's still going back to his favorite win condition in Hog Rider. And Aslan playing Mortar, which we know he loves.
And again, I get really curious. I mean, look, every matchup is different, obviously. Hog EQ with Firecracker. And also, I don't know if he's running this as a triple spell with no building, potentially. But Hog EQ with Firecracker, I just get really suspect about that one in the current meta.
See how that plays out as we've only ticked through 1 minute of gameplay thus far. And as of right now, Viper's still behind.
And I don't know who that is in the peanut gallery spamming the crying skeleton, but someone there is just obsessed and, you know, definitely trying to give the shade. My guess is it's one of Aslan's fans here, but maybe it's also one of Viper's friends cheesing him in the middle of this very important match.
I do have to give some love out to Royale API because you can go back and see who did what in the emotes, and it's always fun to look and see who the trash talker was, and anyone can do it. If you have a Royale API account, you can put someone on blast. So here we go. Aslan setting up with a Dark Prince to take care of that Firecracker. And the Archer Queen working down the opposite lane with the Miner not to tank for unfortunate timing.
Lot down this middle, and Firecracker not going to get the King Tower activation. And, you know, Aslan wants to get that early. So we'll see how well Viper protects that Firecracker from activating King Tower, how much he forces Aslan to make other choices as time goes on. So far, though, it's a really significant gap here, Andrew. 900 HP between these two.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the amount of work that Aslan's already been able to put in with that miner has been exceptional. But now not having a lot of elixir to defend, but the Archer Queen turns and gets on top of the Hog, and that is a big time interaction going in Aslan's favor.
Miner goes to the back, but all the elixir has to be spent up top to stop the Archer Queen. Dark Prince goes opposite lane, and this just feels like it's going from bad.
Yeah, and now you see Viiper switching lanes because since the towers are even, you don't really want to be going into your weaker of the two towers, plus he had a unit on the board. Firecracker going to get a little bit of splash damage in here. Log going to mitigate, but yeah, this is looking real bad for the Frenchman.
You know, I might have to DM Ian, who's been the best Hog EQ player on the planet, and ask him what his thoughts are on Hog EQ Firecracker now that both Log and EQ are nerfed, because it really, the more I see it in practice, the more it just seems like this might be the end of this deck in the upper echelons.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, especially because, you know, Ian was a guy that loved playing this deck before it got nerfed in terms of the EQ and in the Log, and we have not seen it have much success here today.
Dark Prince takes care of the Firecracker. Hog going to the left-hand lane. Gonna go get a Log on there as well. EQ will make room for two Hog shots on that left-hand side, so not insignificant here. Down by about 700 and change is Viiper as we go into the final 75.
Yeah, that was a really nice recruit plus Electro Spirit that came in there for Viiper to make a good positive trade.
Archer Queen will finish off the Hog. Log there just for safety. And now it's Viiper putting pressure on into the other direction. Fireball comes down, plus the skeleton, so not going to get a lot. And now that right-hand tower getting very low, down to 763.
763 to 1704. Viiper fighting for his life here as that Earthquake's going to come in. Valkyrie tanking for the Hog, and this Hog Rider going to demand more of a response. So AQ comes down along with the Log, and this is just tough stuff. 1542, 763. Miner goes to the back, picked up by the Skellies. Fireball comes in.
Fireball in 556, I think is the number behind there. Yes, as we see things get out of the way. Final 25 seconds, and it's going to require a really serious problem for Aslan if Viper's going to break on through here. Archer Queen high EQ, but second mortar already available. And this Hog going to die down pretty quickly. Second Hog trying to break on through. Fireball will clean things up, and Aslan takes this one in a clean 2-0, and now he just has to wait. Does he have a guaranteed golden ticket or a fight for that trip to World Finals in his